Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome to this week's The Glow Up. This is episode 3. We took last week off just because I've been running a lot of YouTube channels and shifting things around, starting a Dragon's Dogma 2 playthrough on this main channel, moving the Nier Automata playthrough to my second channel, GV, and just basically I needed the time to stop making videos and catch up on other IRL things and also other stuff, on YouTube that I needed to finish. So decided to take a break last week from producing videos, and also this week a little bit because I'm still behind, mainly just because of what I will be discussing in this video. Fun stuff to discuss in this video. So first of all, I am even lower of a weight, although it's very negligible. Basically, we skipped last week's glow up, and then as of this morning, you're going to be watching this when I upload it Sunday, probably around 2 p.m. Mountain Time or so. I will be recording this Sunday, 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time or so. So as of this morning, I am a pound lower than what I was during the last glow up episode, which is a total of 16 pounds lost as of right now. I'm actually very, very surprised that I'm not lower. I feel like if I weigh myself tomorrow or the next day, there will be a significant drop because I didn't eat anything yesterday. I ate like 1,040 calories. And I will talk about why that's so low, because even if I was like an average sized dude, that is incredibly low. Because obviously 2,000 is like the base for most people, or the average. So yeah, first of all, total pound lossage from the starting weight is 16 pounds, which is nice. Obviously 1 pound over 2 weeks is pretty small, especially compared to the 15-pound loss the first week. Obviously I would like there to be more weight loss, but I think it's just timing, because really I do feel like if I weigh myself tomorrow or the day after, it'll probably be another 3 or 4 pounds lost at least. That's just what my gut says. But anyways, these past 2 weeks have been pretty rough. I will stay very, what's the word? I will have brevity. What's the word? I'll keep things concise is what I'm trying to say, because people have heard me talk about this a lot in the past. So for those that don't know, I'll just give you the extremely quick rundown. I've always experienced anxiety, depression throughout my life. It runs in my family everywhere. And yeah, I grew up with it and I never really knew what it was or what I was experiencing. I just thought, oh, this is a bad feeling, but I guess everybody deals with it. And so flash forward to, I'm horrible with timelines. Whenever I got on Effexor medication for either an SNRI or an SSRI. I still don't really know the difference. I know there's all sorts of changes about that and whatever, and some give you weight loss and this and that and the other thing. But anyways, I was on Effexor and then Abilify to enhance the Effexor for the longest time. And it killed that anxiety. It was actually really nice. It just removed it over time. I just didn't have anxiety. Basically, now there's a lot of things that I want to strive for in my life, and I'm very, very anxious about them. And they're very, very, very worrying as well. While on Effexor, I just wouldn't care about anything. Nothing could affect me. I mean, I always gave the allegory, of course, knock on wood, if I contracted some horrible disease, it's like, oh, well, I mean, the way that my brain treated it was like, oh, well, it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing I could do about it. Now, things have slowly reverted, and they're not as bad as they were, but there's creeping elements that are slowly coming back in. I guess now that I've been off of it for 2 to 3 months. Again, I'm terrible with timelines. I don't know. But a commenter in my Twitch stream said like, oh, it's completely out of your system now, which would make sense because for the longest time, the effects carried over. And I was like, oh, great. I don't need to be on the medication. And then also, I don't feel anxiety. That's awesome. But yeah, slowly it's kind of been encroaching coaching again, and it's been very stressful. This past 2 weeks has been pretty rough. Nothing that I can't handle, and it's definitely easier to handle than in the past when a lot of this was new to me and it was very scary and like, is this just my life? Is this just how it's going to be? And of course, no, there are ways to assuage those feelings, which I'll get into in this video. And all of this has a point, by the way. This is not just my anxiety, the video. All of this has a point to the glow up. So for anybody watching that's like rolling their eyes or has heard me talk about this, there is a point. But anyways, so yeah, basically the way that I could describe this, slowly but surely, some of these anxious feelings has come back. And the best way to describe that, if you don't know, if you've never experienced anxiety or don't really know the type of anxiety I'm talking about, kind of just waking up with a pit in your stomach for no reason. Kind of just waking up. It's oftentimes after waking up, it really does suck. It's like the first thing that hits you in the day, which is great. It's this feeling of impending doom, hyper focusing on all of the negatives and not really being able to get out of that mindset. And yeah, just generally, just feeling bad a lot of the time. And that has been slowly coming back. And the problem with slowly coming back is it's very scary. It's a feeling of elatement before, of not dealing with that, and then kind of feeling it coming back, which, regardless of medication, I've felt in the past as well, where I've gotten through it and then certain life events happen or this or that and the other thing. 2019, I convinced myself that I had this horrible disease, and I was just researching all day and like, I do that. Okay, I must have this. And sort of it coming back and then feeling that it's coming back is very scary because you know what you're going to be dealing with. It's horrible. So anyways, the whole reason I'm saying all of this is because over the past 2 weeks, these feelings have started to return. And again, that's a very scary prospect. Now, luckily, if worse comes to worse, I can just get back on the medication, which unfortunately, the whole reason I got off of it was because I wanted to feel motivated again. I wanted to feel, I wanted to feel affected by certain negatives to get me to change lifestyle habits and things like that. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, if I just have generalized anxiety disorder, I might just have to be on it no matter what, which is terrible if that does affect weight loss. I'm still up in the air about it. I don't know if it does. I've gotten so many different comments and I've read so many different comments that like affects or does affect weight loss, or affects or doesn't, or it does, but only in your appetite. It makes you more hungry, so you eat more. I'm like, no. Does it affect your chemicals and your metabolism and stuff like that? You're to literally make you gain weight no matter what you do, because that's what I'm concerned with. I'm not concerned with like, oh, I want to eat more now, so I'm eating more, so I'm getting more weight. Like, obviously that's still under my control. So anyways, at the end of the day, if this becomes like ramping up to be an actual problem again, I can just return to that. Which I don't want to. I would love to just be, myself completely and not on any medication. But sometimes at the end of the day, you just need something that helps you. And I've experienced that, and it worked, man. It just removes all anxiety. It's really nice. And then it's weird too, because when you're on it, you forget what anxiety is like, and your brain kind of changes to where it's like, oh, I can handle anything. Nothing is going to affect me. I can't believe I was even anxious in the past. Not true. Yeah. If you get off of it, it's like, yeah, like I said, it kind of slowly comes back and you're like, oh, that's right. That's how that feels. Okay, great. So anyways, all that to say, I've always been somebody that has really enjoyed drinking alcohol. If you've ever watched me for any period of time, I've done like drunk episodes of Let's Plays, which are some of the most entertaining that, that people have watched, and still leave comments about. I've done drunk streams. I really enjoy drinking alcohol. To me, it's always been something that has enhanced the fun and reduced my inhibitions and let me kind of come out of my shell a little bit more, and this and that and the other thing. Obviously, you don't ever want to abuse it, of course, because that's a different whole other, situation. This past week, at the time of recording this video, this past half week has been pretty good. I think I drank once, but the previous week to that was the closest I've ever come to abusing alcohol. I was drinking like every day. Basically, what would happen is drinking removes the anxiety. And then the next day you feel it even worse. And you know that, hey, if I drink alcohol, that anxiety will be removed again. And I also won't feel so hungover because a bit of the hair of the dog that bit you. If you drink alcohol when you're hungover, you tend to not be hungover anymore. So it was this awful loop of a while where I was just drinking every single day. And I've never done that in my life before. Never once. Like there's been, party weekends or whatever where it's like, oh crap, I'm drinking twice in a row. That kind of sucks. There was never a time where it was that frequent, ever. So that was obviously a scary time and an awakening moment to go, okay, I guess I'm full on abusing alcohol this week to assuage my anxiety. And that was, an eye-opening moment. And then I was able to pull myself out of it because at the end of the day, I don't think that I'm an alcoholic. I think I hate the taste. First of all, I hate it. And I just, when I'm any semblance of normal, I don't ever wake up and just want to drink or anything like that. This was more so just feeling the anxiety coming back and realizing, oh, I can literally remove it temporarily with this thing that I know that I can't do too much or it'll become an actual problem most likely. So anyways, that was a bit of a scary week and has led me to add my first new goal for this week. Every glow up, I want to add extra stuff that I'll be doing, if it's right. I don't want to just force it because then that's obviously going to make me rebound and forego my goals. But yeah, the first one is I want to just be done with alcohol entirely. I've always gone back and forth on this. It's like, well, why should it's like that Bilbo Baggins meme where it's like, why shouldn't I have it? I can have it once a week. It's fine. But honestly, it's, of course, just negative towards weight loss and health. It's just you're drinking poison. You're drinking empty calories. It's just bad for that. And obviously with this past week where I was actually abusing it for a bit there, I don't ever want to do that again. So I think it's best if I just walk away, completely leave it in the dust and say, oh, well, I'm going to be, a little more flat at parties, or I'm not going to have that drunk stream, which alcohol doesn't even positively affect streams or videos anymore anyways. If anything, it negatively affects them. So I don't think it's going to be too hard. It's tricky because for instance, I have kickball starting up and there's an opening party at a bar. It's nice to just have a beer with friends, of course, but it's yeah, is it worth it? And then on top of that, there's Dungeons and Dragons and everyone's having a beer and drinking, getting a little loosey-goosey. It's fun. It's going to be tricky to not want to partake in those situations. Outside of that, I'm not worried about it at all because, like I said, I absolutely hate the taste of alcohol, first of all. Second of all, I was only really using it to assuage my anxiety for a very short amount of time. So that's the first thing. I'm done with alcohol completely, or at least I'm going to try my absolute best. I don't want to deal in absolutes because I'm no Sith. But I think it's just more realistic to be I'm going to try my best to do it. And if I do fail, it's not the end of the world. If I have a beer at Dungeons and Dragons, I don't need to destroy myself over it, basically. So that's the first step. We talked about water the last episode, and I have drank a full thing of this every single day, except for one. There was one where I was just it was too late in the day. I needed to finish it from the previous day. I was like, okay, I'm going to reset because it's just I'm drinking a full thing of this at 8 o'clock at night. So I have done well with that, staying hydrated. Pretty good. And then, the other thing is I was... kind of stewing mentally with all this newfound anxiety and stuff. And I was like, okay, but I can go to the gym. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, going to the gym and exercising is huge for mental anxiety. It is one of the easiest cure-alls for that in the short term, because obviously, again, you wake up, you might feel it. Although you can wake up and immediately go to the gym, that actually works. Is like you start doing stuff before your brain can even feel that anxiety. You just get up and immediately start making coffee, go to the gym, start getting work done, that sort of thing. That has worked in the past. So, I actually attempted to go last night, but it was closed, which really sucks because it was like Saturday night. And I'm like, aren't they open? It's been a while since I've gone. I'm like, aren't they open Saturday nights? So it sucks because it says like 24/7, and it's just a lie. It's not even open 24/7 on the weekends. So anyways, I'm planning to go today. Ease back into it. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. In the past, I've done the Frankelman's dumbbell only split, and it really worked out. However, now I'm working with a lot more weight physically, so I don't want to burn myself out from the get-go because there's like step-ups, and I'm just thinking about that right now. I'm like, oh God, I hate step-ups so much. I don't even want to do them. But it was a very nice moment of enlightenment where I just thought, oh yeah, I can go to the gym, duh, and like do some whatever, even if they're light workouts, do a little bit of cardio, do some machines maybe. I can actually start not only getting physically healthier again, but also that really does pump those endorphins or whatever it is into your body and makes you feel good. So, I plan on going back to the gym. I don't know I want to make a schedule again because when I'm sticking to a schedule, I do really well with it. I don't know exactly what that's looking like right now. I'm looking to go today if I have time. I have like 50 billion things I have to do today. But if not, I want to start tomorrow on Monday and start going back to the gym. And typically, ideally, at least like 3 times a week, which will obviously help out weight loss. I wasn't planning on integrating exercise this early because I just wanted to get a positive snowball rolling weight loss wise. But obviously, this will be much more helpful. Just because the anxiety that was brought on, I was like, oh yeah, but the gym does combat that. The gym helps out quite a lot because you feel accomplished. You get the endorphins in your bloodstream or whatever, however the hell that works. And you get time to where you can listen to music and all that stuff and discover new media and things like that too. It's great for mental health. And also I could even meditate if I want to add on top of that while I'm, in the past I was like doing cardio and meditating, which probably isn't the best because you want to be stationary, but I'm very efficient as a person. It's just like easier to do that. So, in a nutshell, to recap, because this video has been probably really long and also very in-depth. Anxiety started coming back. Very scary because I know what that means. I've experienced heavy depression and anxiety. I always have some level of anxiety, right? That you just have it. If you have it, you always experience something of it. But what it leads to, the really dark pit, is very scary. It's something that is to be avoided at all costs. And I've experienced that pit maybe like 3 times or so at this point. So to start to feel the beginnings of that again, it's terrifying. There's no other way to put it. So that happened. And then, we were already kind of drinking 1 to 2 times a week. And then it kind of just led into, well, we could drink again tonight. Well, we could drink again tonight. Well, why not again tonight? We'll cut it off. And then that led to me to be like, oh, I'm like literally abusing alcohol to help my anxiety right now. That's not good, obviously. So I put a stop to that, and ideally put a stop to alcohol in general, just because, like I said, it's a poison, makes you feel bad the next day. Increases your anxiety like overall through time as well. Like, increases your depression rates or whatever the hell. So just terrible. Needed to strip it out. And then I plan on exercising, going back to the gym, which I was not go. I was going to start by doing like some cardio and then easing back into the gym. But I think now it's just like, it's exciting again to be like, oh yeah, let's go work out. That'll be fun. And it'll make me feel a lot better. So that is the plan. So basically the big goal is no alcohol. The secondary goal is introducing exercise again, but I need to make a schedule, follow a workout, figure out exactly what I want to do without burning out and just feeling terrible because I'm exerting myself too much, that sort of thing. We're going to continue to drink a full one of these each day. Next goals to work on is probably sleep. My sleep is, because I didn't touch on appetite. The other thing with feeling the starts of that massive anxiety is no appetite. I have been eating nothing. It sucks. You eat some small thing and you feel viscerally sick. And I've experienced this before, so I know how it goes. Yesterday I was not hungry throughout the entire day until at night, where I ate about 1,000 calories because I thought I was going to the gym. I was like, I need energy. My appetite's kind of been messed up too. So the next things to work on are appetite and sleep, basically, because those two things have been very much derailed from this. Just as I've said, it's something I would not wish on my worst enemy. It's the worst thing in the world. It sucks, but there is ways to combat it, and also if there's just no other way, we'll get back on Effexor, I think, which will right the ship ultimately. As much as I would like to be completely unscathed by medication, however. That was a lot. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. All that I ask is that you are respectful. People have been pretty good. Every now and then there's somebody that's extremely rude, but that's to be expected. It's the internet. People have been pretty supportive and nice. So thanks so much for watching, and let me know how your glow up's going, and we'll see you in the next one, episode 4, next week. Bye-bye.